So the murder weapon really is... Yes, as it stands now, the possibility that it was the monster head is quite high. So he ended up being squashed by the falling head, huh? Oh lord, something's happening. Ugh. It's Lang, hi. Although they're extremely late to the party, the bodyguards and the police have finally arrived. Mr. President! They really were far too late. Damn it! Who did this? They'll pay for this. I swear I'll make them pay. They were very unattentive, that much is true. But you know, this much is enough to put me at ease. The person who did this to Huang, I've already got my eye on a suspect. Oh boy, of course you do. What? What do you mean? Even though Huang was the victim, he doesn't have extraterritorial rights here. Your country's police have the right to investigate. However, I've already spoken with them. Uh-oh. As an agent of Interpol, they're letting me assist in the investigation. So they've already established a plan for this investigation. I've already found my prey. Now it's time for the hunt. All right, Lang, just because we're on better terms doesn't mean I'm going to automatically assume that you got it right. So, who you pulling out on this one? I assume it's Nichols. All right, take a look at this, or take a look at this. It's a printout from a security camera on the Grand Tower rooftop. What? This camera records people as they get off the rooftop elevator. Guess who was recorded? The president and his killer can be clearly seen. How does this prove that she's a killer? But why is Miss Courtney there? So he's saying Judge Courtney is the murderer? Well, that just doesn't seem very likely. Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave this offering to the goddess of law to you. Deliver her divine judgment against Blaze the Best. I'm pretty sure she's a good one. Could she, who hates crimes more than anyone, have... I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say no because the first person accused is almost never the person to actually do it. Agent Lang, I'd like to hear your thoughts. And it's already begun. Just now, I heard a rumor at the Grand Tower. Miles Edgeworth, that you are no longer a prosecutor. That may or may not be the truth. Naturally, that means you don't even have a shred of investigative authority. So, what would be the point of having a logic battle with someone like you? The fact that every single time that we've had one in the past, I ultimately ended up proving that the actual killer was somebody other than who you considered? And I would imagine that you would want to do your job competently and want to find the actual killer, and that you would respect me on a professional level enough to assume that I would at least have a pretty good idea of what's going on at any given moment in time. That's my currently running theory. But why would you say something like that? Didn't you also just get reduced to being a lone agent? Okay, first of all, rude. Hey, answer me this. Even though you've lost your position as a prosecutor, why are you still sticking your neck into this case? Why do I still continue to investigate? Agent Lang? Why are you pursuing the criminal who murdered the president? Because you're an Interpol agent? Right now, I am also chasing after a certain person. Someone in the shadows who was behind the murder at the Grand Tower yesterday. Someone who placed Kay in grave danger. Even now, they are lurking somewhere, laughing at us. We will uncover the truth and bring them to justice. And a title such as prosecutor has nothing to do with it. As long as the truth remains hidden, I will continue to seek out that truth. For that is a part of my creed. Oh, well, dang, that's pretty badass. You're always trying to be so clever, but you really are kind of an idiot. Okay, I mean, if you flipped that statement about completely the other way around, then sure, but otherwise, no. Me, an idiot? How rude. That's the answer I wanted to hear. Alright, I'll play along with you for a bit. I've lost all my men, and you've lost your title. And yet we still continue to investigate. Let's begin this battle of logic between two kindred spirits. You have my thanks. However, I won't go easy on you. I'll definitely catch the criminal who murdered Huang. Huang, damn it! And I won't let you get in my way. Yes, I wouldn't have it any other way. Let me show you the truth that this wolf has sunk his fangs into. All right, let's see how easy it is to completely dismantle. I'm betting rather. Listen up. That woman met with the president on top of the Grand Tower. 2 nights ago, she pushed the president off the roof and he fell onto the film lot. All right, so I've already noticed a massive gargantuan contradiction. That was incredibly easy, Lang. Okay. In fact, there's 2. First and foremost, okay, you know what? Let's just wait for him to be done. At the time, there was no one else on the rooftop aside from those 2. There's no room for doubt. That woman murdered the president. Let's see if Edgeworth can just immediately point it all out. It was just the 2 of them alone on the rooftop. No bodyguards. Yeah, I confirmed it with those bodyguards over there. They didn't know about it either. Guess he managed to give them the slip. Must have had something secret to talk about. President Huang and Judge Courtney. Did those 2 have some sort of connection? Apparently, he had an arrangement with the owner of the Grand Tower. He requested the entrance to the viewing platform be restricted so that they could be alone. Well, it's not like the owner could turn down a request from the president. Does that mean the last person to see the president was... Exactly. Courtney, you mean? It's gotta be her. Agent Lang's reasoning is certainly sound. No, it's not! Okay, well, then never mind. All right, a 2-pronged assault on how this doesn't make any sense. 1, you said that this happened 2 nights ago? Okay, there was no body here yesterday, and I feel like somebody... That's implying that a dead body was just lying here for a solid, like, 36 hours? No! And second of all, if he was pushed off a the 51st story of a gargantuan building and landing on a film lot... Yeah, no. I'm sorry. I know this game doesn't like to go overtly gory, but that is not how you portray somebody who's fallen 51 stories. I went with the 51st, and I went 4. The point is, no. However, he has overlooked one major thing, and that's where I must strike. Blech. Tongue-tied as all heck. It's making all my arguments sound like poo-poo brain stuff. All right, then. First and foremost, let's just go ahead and go to the second thing. There we go. And I've got a picture of yesterday. La-dee-dee, la-dee-da, and there you go. All right. Smug. And I really was expecting better. Shilong Lang, for the Interpol agent with the highest arrest rate to have fallen so low. What'd you say? This is a commemorative photo taken by the staff at Global Studios. Everyone's got such great smiles. Well, except for John. This photo was taken yesterday. What? If Judge Courtney had murdered the president 2 days ago, then his body should have been there when this photo was taken. And I like to think somebody would notice that. Hurrah! Perhaps you should have listened a bit more carefully to those involved in the case. Questioning witnesses is one of the basic fundamentals of an investigation, is it not? I've captured Mr. Edgeworth's great smile. You really do look most alive when you're cornering your opponent. Just as I expected. It's been a while since I felt like this. Ordinarily, people never bother questioning my actions. Agent Lang, haven't you been a little hasty in your reasoning? I don't need your advice, other than the fact that I clearly do, because I, was wrong. The wrath of a wolf lasts 100 years. Actually, it lasts about roughly 16 to 23, as that's the average life expectancy of a wolf. My anger towards the woman who killed the president cannot be suppressed. I, too, wish to capture the culprit. However, I don't want to just throw the first person that I assume to have done it in prison and just go, ha, well, I did my job. There is no doubt that the body appeared here last night. Therefore, the president could not have fallen to his death. Yeah! He was crushed by the monster head. The crime occurred here at the film lot, not on the rooftop of the Grand Tower. And on top of everything, I imagine an autopsy would probably be able to give you a fairly decent idea of when they died. Oh, now what? So that's what you think. Still, I don't intend to stray from my logic either. However, he could not have fallen to his death 2 nights ago. That's just a fact, yo. This photo proves that. Is that so? Think about it this way. 2 nights ago, Courtney pushed the president off the roof and killed him. Afterwards, she snuck into the film lot to hide the body. In here? Wouldn't it be easy to hide a body in a costume or behind all this equipment? Well, then why wouldn't she just keep it where she hid it for the entire prior day? That doesn't make... Wait. Wouldn't that mean that she would have had to have pushed him off the building, he would have fallen down here and died, then she would have come down here, taken the body away from the film lot to hide it, and then come back to hide it in the film lot? I'm clearly not understanding what your point is. That makes no sense, so I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt and assuming that I got that wrong, because that makes no sense. And all she had to do last night was retrieve the body. Once we search this area, we'll know where she hid the body. Unfortunately, there's no need for a search. What'd you say? Oy vey. This piece of evidence proves that Judge Courtney could not have hidden the body. I'm gonna go ahead and say it was probably this here lock system here. That would make the most sense, yeah? All the entrances to the film lot were locked. The chain on the back entrance was only cut last night. What? Therefore, Judge Courtney could not have entered the film lot 2 nights ago. Oh, God damn it! But the president could only have fallen 2 nights ago. You keep saying that. Why? Why are you so insistent that the crime occurred 2 days ago? Why? Because there's still more to the security camera footage. Oh, okay, well, why didn't you start with that? All right, I'm listening. What up? A photo was recorded 10 to 20 minutes after the president went up to the roof with that woman. That woman, she came back down on the elevator alone. After that, there was no sign of the president getting on the elevator at all. There's no other way for the president to get down without using the elevator, is there? Besides, getting pushed off the roof by that woman, that is. Okay. All right. I think I see how... I understand where you're coming from. And I also feel like you should have started your argument with this because this makes way more sense and also includes information that couldn't be easily obtained. So never mind. All right, you should have led with this one, dude. The president never came down from the rooftop? That's right. The security camera is always watching the entrance of the elevator. It was specifically set up to record anyone who entered or exited the rooftop. Essentially, the camera created a locked room, one which the president vanished from. A locked room, I see. Except we know for a fact that the top, the roof of the Grand Tower isn't a locked room. This is quite an unfavorable piece of evidence for Judge Courtney. Nah. We already got this, though. A rooftop escape. That's a difficult feat. So even the Adagatasu can't just fly through the sky. That's right. I still need more training to be able to pull that off. Are you saying you're going to train yourself to fly? That'd be pretty boss, not gonna lie to you. Alrighty then. Hang on a second. If I am correct, I need to just take a look at something here. Grand Tower. Yep. All right, thank you. That's all I needed to know. We got this. All right, that woman came back down on the elevator alone. There was no sign of the president getting on the elevator at all. There's no other way from the president to get down without using the elevator, is there? There actually is. Objection. I say thee nay, and I wag my finger thusly. As a matter of fact, there was one. A hidden route, that is. A way down without using the elevator? Although, admittedly, this does not look favorably for the president, but at the same time, we didn't really have a great view on that guy to begin with. Regardless, you better not tell me he flew off or something. I mean, that'd be pretty awesome, but no. There's no need for that. It's quite simple. The president just needed to know about the existence of the hidden 51st floor, which I still find weird that people don't seem to realize exists. You just count the floors. It's not hard. The 51st floor. This building has a hidden 51st floor. It is accessible through a secret hatch on the rooftop. Using that route, it would be possible to leave the rooftop without using the elevator. Hidden room? Secret hatch? How could the president have even known about that? I wonder. I don't know the answer myself. I'm merely raising a possibility. In the first place, what's this all about? This hidden 51st floor? Sounds like something that ninja girl over there would love to get into. Haha, let's not get into that. No way! I'm sick of that place. She said it better than I ever could. Okay, that place only holds bad memories after all. The 51st floor was a secret storeroom for the black market auction. Its true purpose was only exposed yesterday. Black market auction? You aren't suggesting the president was involved in something like that, are you? I have no proof. However, the possibility exists, does it not? Huh. I wouldn't put it past that president. Whoa, he angry. Yeah. Impossible! The president would never. He would never be involved in a black market auction. But he would in a fabricated assassination attempt? What's this? You punks! Are you prepared? If you're gonna spout nonsense like that, I'll tear you to pieces! She ran away. She's very fast. You don't have any idea the amount of respect that man has earned from his country's people. I thought his country hated him. I see. We've seen the president's true colors. However, the people of Zhengfa remain in the dark, and they probably always will. Should I inform Agent Lang of the president's true nature? I feel like he might try to bite you if you do. No, telling him now would only further cloud his judgment. I understand, Agent Lang. Please calm down. We spoke out of line. I apologize. Sorry. My emotions got the best of me. As you might imagine, this happens to me fairly frequently. Okay, how long do you plan on hiding? You can come out now. She got pouty styles. I'm sorry. It's fine. My anger is directed towards the president's killer. Oh, suddenly Lotta. Well, I'll be. You're actually a pretty good guy, ain't you? The loyalty to your president, it's mighty admirable. What's it to you? Aw, don't be like that. I got some good news for you, I reckon. What? The president ain't never passed through the 51st floor. You can count on me. Really? I was in the storeroom myself, and I saw it with my very own eyes. Oh yeah, that's right. She snuck into the storeroom that day. That's a bit of a problem for us. Dang. Okay. Thanks. Hey, Mr. Prosecutor. What is it? I don't intend to give the culprit a single step of leeway. No one's seen the president since he met with Courtney 2 days ago. That doesn't change the fact that the body wasn't here yesterday. If he were pushed off 2 days ago, it would be odd that he wasn't found until yesterday. I doubt a fall from the roof would take a whole day. Especially the freaking president, when people immediately go, oh dear God, where is he? Oh, that's his last known location? Search the perimeter. I'll admit, there are a few things I still haven't figured out. Regardless, there is one thing I am certain of. There is? What exactly occurred here last night? I'm certain we'll have to look into that in order to uncover the truth. Because the body and the hoof prints could have only appeared last night, right? Double time on that front. Uh-oh. Agent Lang, we'd like to bring the body in for the autopsy. It's in your hands. Make sure you show the proper respect. Don't worry, we'll cut him up like any other. That's the morbid thing about corpses. Once they are one, they just are. Ugh. I also have one more thing to report. What is it? We found some footprints near the body. They were left within the area that looks like a monster's footprints. There are human footprints within the monster's footprint. What are the odds of that? What kind of footprints? Sir, they were the footprints of a child, about the size of an elementary school student. Oh, that's interesting. What? Eh? An elementary school student? Wait, could it be? Dude, was that? Oh, Miss Nichols? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please excuse my rudeness. Is there something you want to say? What is she so scared of? I'm worried that you'll think poorly of me, but please let me testify something. It's really important. That's not something you need to be so worried about, but all right, sure. What is it? Last night, I actually came here. What? Are you implying you're an elementary school student? Are you in stilts? Why did you come here? Well, I got a little worried, so I stopped by. Worried about what? To check up on John. John? You mean John Marsh? As I thought. Yeah, last night, John stayed here late in order to practice by himself. Wow, he's really dedicated. Well, this movie is the first time he's starring as the lead role, so I'm sure he wants to do his best. She must have witnessed something last night. That can't be good. When was this? If I remember correctly, I think it was a little past 10 p.m. It looked like it was going to rain, and I was getting worried, so I came to check up on him. And when I got here, well, You saw something? Yes. John was practicing by himself, and right above his head, I saw a long neck? A neck? Yeah, its skin was really scaly, almost like a reptile. It was like the neck of a dinosaur? What? Whoa there! Could that have been Gordy? This is very silly. Last time I went hunting for it, it was a bust, but I reckon this could be the real deal. What? So this time it's Gordy? That's right. I was really surprised. After all, John is the boy who can communicate with Mozilla. Yeah, that's... them horns of his let him hear what the monster's saying in the movie! Even so, he was looking up at Gordy's face and he was talking to it. It was like they were friends. Doesn't that sound weird? You said it, sister. That's pretty darn strange, I reckon. He doesn't seem to be wearing horns here. That boy's a little traitor! It seems she's gotten reality mixed up with the movies. Why do I get the overwhelming sensation that happens rather frequently? Hey, Missy, did you really see that? Yes! I was so shocked I immediately ran home after that. What do you make of this, Mr. Prosecutor? There's another monster taking the stage? Agent Lang, do you really believe this absurd testimony? I couldn't care less about the monsters. However, it looks like who we need to talk to next has been decided now, hasn't it? John Marsh. He was here last night. It's very likely he saw something, isn't it? Attaboy! John Marsh, we've got some questions for you. He's not here, and I don't think he's been here for a while. John kind of left a while ago. What? Let's go after him. Friendship's gone away! Where did that child run off to? Is the child the murderer? I doubt it. But let's go. Yeah, where'd he run off to? Friggin' 3'7" kid running around. He might have just gone back home. That's right. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to get any filming done today. Or he may have run away. Aren't you just overthinking things? He's still a child. I can't imagine that he could have murdered the president by himself. Who said he was alone? Maybe that monster helped him. The boy could summon a monster to his aid, right? Oh, Lord. Very funny. I'm not saying that kid's definitely the culprit. But right now, he's the most prominent witness we have. So we'll need to find the brat. You're neither... Ah! It's the gunman! I was gonna comment on something else, but the gunman should have... Ah, Mr. Edgeworth. Gummy! Gumshoe, you didn't even notice that Kay was better. He ran away. What is the detective doing? It doesn't matter. It's not like I can rely on this country's police anyways. Agent Lang, do you intend to continue investigating by yourself? Yeah, that's right. You got a problem with that? Didn't you always have a small army of subordinates with you before? That's right. But, you know, being a lone wolf isn't all that bad. You don't have to worry about your subordinates or partners. All you need are your fangs. Simple, right? Subordinates and partners. Well then, I'll be seeing you two. Bye, Lang. Things are getting interesting. I reckon I'm about to get real busy myself. After all, I got me a pair of monsters to hunt. I'm definitely getting my hands on this scoop. Lotto away! Things have gotten pretty crazy, haven't they? Indeed. There's the footprints of Mozilla, and now the shadow of Gordy. It's almost exactly like the movie. How about we go monster hunting too? Well, isn't that... Who be that? What, who is that? Isn't that one of Lang's men? He's one of Agent Lang's subordinates. We met him during another case. He looks like just a generic dude to me, but all right, I'll take your word for it. I'm sure they use the same sprite and everything. Excuse me. Oh, Prosecutor Edgeworth. It's been a while. Shouldn't you be following Mr. Lang? Agent Lang, Shifu, is no longer my boss. What exactly happened? Do you remember the incident from 1 month ago? I might. The Yatagatasu incident we had been involved with. Agent Lang made a major mistake back then. He almost aided and abetted a dangerous criminal. Certainly, it had come quite close to that at the time. That did happen. I can't say that it didn't. Shifu took responsibility for what happened, and our team was disbanded. Disbanded? So that's what Agent Lang was talking about when he said he became a lone wolf. And yet he wasn't fired. Then why are you here? Well, I was a little worried about Shifu. It seems that even now he's still chasing after them. The ghosts of 12 years past. Ghosts of 12 years past? Just what are you? I'm sorry, I've already said too much, but I want you to say even more than too much. Come on now. If you'll excuse me. Oh. Dang it! Why people gotta be all like that? These ghosts Agent Lang is chasing after. They also have something to do with this case. Looks like everyone's left now. So, what do we do now? Well, Miss Hart is going after the monsters, and Agent Lang is going after John. We should also try approaching this case from a different angle. What angle would that be? Obviously, I'm not good at math. Never mind. I'm not even gonna try. I was gonna come up with an obtuse angle or something. I couldn't think of anything. We should listen to what Judge Courtney has to say. Ah, that's right. If I'm not mistaken, Miss Courtney is. Now then, I shall take my leave here. I will be presiding over Patricia Rowland's trial, which means she's somewhere. She said that she had a trial coming up. Indeed. Let's head to the courthouse as well. K! For the power of K! Let's friggin' go! To be continued! Alright. Color me intrigued in just about every conceivable way. I am curious, though. So far, doesn't seem like final case material. But then again, let's be real. That's how they all start. I'm sure things are gonna ramp up in a huge way. Oh boy. Anyway. It is more than slightly surreal to see someone other than the judge we know sitting up there. Also, hi, Ray. The judge's bench is not filmed from that angle. Court is now in session. Is the defense ready? Of course, Your Honor. You can begin whenever you want. The prosecution has been ready from the start, Your Honor. Jill Crane, the attorney in charge of the defense, has passed on from this world. Furthermore, Sebastian DeBest, the prosecutor in charge, has disappeared. Very curious about that one. And so, Francisca and Mr. Shields have taken over their duties. So last minute. They truly are professionals. Before we begin, I would like to apologize for the delay of today's trial. There was a big heap and help in a murder. As the crime took place in the prison, a place where justice is normally administered, and the defendant was the warden of the prison, further exasperating the situation. Additional time was specially arranged to investigate and prepare for the trial. In addition, the defense attorney in charge of the case, Jill Crane, has recently passed away. Through murder. Due to these circumstances, the trial was further delayed. Mr. Shields, Miss Von Karma, at this time, I'd like to give you my gratitude for taking up this responsibility on short notice. I guess this is the last job a Courtney Pie's friend left behind for us, huh? Well, Uncle Ray's more than happy to help out. Although, having said that, I only had enough time to skim through the case files. Are you okay on your end, Freddy Pie? Please never call me that. What kind of prosecutor abandons his own case and vanishes without a trace? I won't allow any more delays in this trial while we wait for that foolish man to return. I have received the evidence just now. There should be no problem continuing the trial. You have my thanks. And did she still hit the floor? You can hit the actual thing a gavel's supposed to hit now. And with that, I hereby call the defendant, Patricia Rowland, to the stand. We actually gonna see her again? Oh, wow, we are. Wow, she has her woodland creature coat again, I guess. Also, we're seeing her again. I'm gonna be honest, did not anticipate that. Now then, will the prosecution please give us their opening statement? Very well, Your Honor. The defendant... Okay. Please wait, Your Honor. What is it? Well, there's something I'd like you to fill me in on. Just what exactly am I doing in a place like this? You murdered a man. Then perhaps you would do well to listen to the opening statement. Huh. So if I listen to it, I'll get it, huh? Okay then, let's hear it. That was the plan from the start. Now if you would kindly shut up and listen. The incident occurred in the detention center and the prison warden Roland is in charge of. The victim is Horace Knightley, who is being held in the detention center. The prosecution is certain that this woman here is the culprit. Also, we know for a fact that she is. This knife, the murder weapon, is the decisive Miss Von Karma, is something wrong? That's impossible. The evidence is... What's wrong with the evidence, Franny Pie? The evidence... The knife's gone! The chisel with Duggan's bell attached to it is missing too! What? What? What did you do, Roland? Order! Order! Prosecutor Von Karma, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand it either, Your Honor. If there's no evidence, then I suppose there's not much reason for me to be here. Well, that's not suspicious. Some prosecutor can't even hold on to one little piece of evidence. What a dunce. Wow! Ever since the world became aware of the fact that you were a murderer, you decided to just become a huge jerk. I'm sorry, but you don't get to insult Francisca this way. I only received everything that the previous prosecutor had. It appears the culprit is the pampered prosecutor, the boy Blunder. Hey, Courtney Pie. What is it? Your Honor, considering our predicament, let's say we postpone the trial until later. The defense's proposal is overruled. What? Courtney Pie? You know who the actual killer is. You were there. I know, right? It'd be troubling for me if this trial were to be delayed any further. I just want everyone to know that I'm innocent as soon as possible. Objection. Innocent? I've had more than enough of your foolish... And besides, you don't have any evidence, right? I recall a certain saying. In court, evidence is everything, wasn't it? Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor? That is correct, even though I am very much aware of the fact that you did it. You even confessed. What? Isn't a confession evidence? Don't we have a confession? She said that she did it. The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. As such, I hereby find the defendant, Patricia Rowland. Objection. Hold your horses, Courtney Pie. You can't just declare her innocent all of a sudden. Something the matter for the defense to object to a not guilty verdict? I mean, there's the fact that she's obviously guilty. Well, I mean, even you must know that the warden over there is guilty, right? You were there with us when we found the murder weapon. Mr. Shields, a judge must remain impartial when handing down a verdict, even when she has to be wrong. Courtney, okay, you're a good person and I like you, but what? That is why I cannot allow myself to get caught up in my own personal feelings. The person who was present when the murder weapon was discovered and the judge sitting before you now are two completely different people. So you admit to having multiple personalities. That would explain a lot. You're kidding, right? I can only hand down a verdict based upon the evidence that was presented. That's stupid! There is evidence! It's just, well, it's not here right now, but a few minutes. That's all I need. I'll find the evidence and return to court without fail. Watanga! The prosecution requests a brief recess, Your Honor. The defense would also like a recess, Your Honor. I want to go in the jungle gym! Courtney Pie, please. I understand. I shall grant your request. Well, Justine, darling, aren't you wishy-washy today? Who said you could keep all of your animals? This court will now adjourn for a 15-minute recess, during which the prosecution and the defense shall prepare for the resumption of the trial. Understood, Your Honor. That was a close one. Court is now adjourned. Katunk. All right, so that's a bit of a problem and a half. I don't really know if 15 minutes is gonna be long enough. Oh boy. Didn't we find it together? The evidence? Yes, we certainly did. Yeah. What's the matter, detective? Looks like the metal detectors reacted to this alligator. Really? Why? Of course, that's why the metal detector reacted. Judge Courtney, I'd like you to take a look at this. The chisel? Wasn't that just the fake murder weapon? Doggin hid this chisel inside his dog's mouth, and the real murder weapon was hidden in very much the same way. The real murder weapon is in the pond inside the alligator! I wonder if it was stolen by someone. Mr. Edgeworth. Who? What? Hi! What are you two doing here? Miss Barry and Mr. Keys, did you come to attend the trial? I came because I heard there's a really fun show around here. So where is it? She do a happy bounce. The trial for the case I got caught up in was supposed to have already started, but our practice ran a little late. I believe it was somewhere around here, wasn't it? Actually, 2 key pieces of evidence have gone missing. The chisel and the knife. The trial is in recess now, sort of like an intermission. You just missed it, Simon. What? What? What's that supposed to mean? Looks like Simon's gonna get arrested again. Yeah! No way, no way, no way, I can't! I guess Simon is his usual noisy self. Huh? To think that I would be humiliated like this. Oh, that's Francisca. She's whipping something, or someone. And here comes another noisy individual. Yeah, but she pretty though. Now, Franny Pie, let's just take a moment and calm down a bit. Maybe you could put that whip of yours away, huh? What do you say? That foolish prosecutor! When I get my hands on him, my whip is going to give him the thrashing of a lifetime! Ugh. I'll hide over here. Miles, why don't you try talking to her? Good grief. On that note, I guess I should probably hear what she has to say. Hi, Francisca. Oh, Lord, there's a lot going on. Let's start talking! I do want to hear Francisca, obviously, but I might get information that I never would have otherwise if I didn't talk to everybody right here and now. Can't believe the evidence went missing. You really did find the murder weapon, that knife, right? Yes, it was in the alligator's mouth. I wonder if someone took it with them. We cannot deny the possibility. Let's ask everyone involved with the case. We might find out something. Indeed, let's do just that. Don't you think today's trial felt kinda strange? The defendant, Miss Rowland, was awfully relaxed. Indeed. It was as if she already knew the evidence had gone missing. And Miss Courtney seemed different from usual, too. Maybe something had worked behind the scenes during today's trial. Alright, that can't be good, that can't be good. Ray! Explain your Rayness! Hey, looks like you gotten your memories back. Yeah, I'm all better now. Uncle Ray was really worried, you know? Though that other Kay was also pretty cute. In a more demure way. Well, now that you're recovered, how about a hug for old time's sake? There's never been one of those. Nope. We need to focus on the trial right now. Things aren't looking good. I am absolutely wasting the 15-minute recess maliciously. At any rate, we'll have to search for the evidence. We can't interrupt the trial. Uncle Ray's in a pickle. If only there was someone who could find the evidence for us. A look of expectation on your face says it all. Miles, you still don't have your prosecutor's badge, right? Do you finally feel like following in your father's footsteps? I simply left it in someone else's care. I wasn't stripped of my badge. Furthermore, right now, I am unable to follow in my father's footsteps. You see, well, there's no need to rush your decision. I'm just gonna talk about it every single time we meet. Take all the time you need to determine the path you want to follow. In any case, the door's always open for you at the Edgeworth Law offices. Mr. Shields. All right, well, I do appreciate that. Basically, it's at bare minimum, no matter what, he's got job security. He can always just take the exam, become a defense attorney, and work with Ray. That's an option if he ever needs it. Isn't there anything we can do? Oh, well, actually, I just got a great idea. If we put on an animal show inside the courtroom, everyone would be caught up in it. And then, maybe they'd have to delay the trial another day. No way, no way, no way. If we did something like that, I'd get arrested for sure. Nah, you'll be fine. The court's not so cold as to arrest someone for showing everyone a good time. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I would prefer if you didn't flagrantly encourage such criminal behavior. But that's just how the K do. Anyway, how you been? How's she doing the happy bounce? The courthouse is so much fun. There's even a wild animal tamer here. A wild animal tamer? Her showmanship could use some work. Oh, you're talking about Franny. But that lady really knows how to handle a whip. Although in her case, her whip is used to tame humans. It's pretty impressive, honestly. It has a higher success rate than you would actually assume. All right, Franny. What up, what up, what up? Oh? If it isn't former prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Francisca? Those who have abandoned the path of a prosecutor do not belong here. Now be a good boy and go home. Figure out what you want to do with your life. Too bad, we're talking. How's it going? Still, what are you going to do, Francisca? The recess is only 15 minutes, and this conversation has already taken up at least 4 of those. Always so calm and collected. Like an anchorman reading off a teleprompter. It makes me sick! I should probably stay classy and avoid a confrontation with her for now. And, you know, later perhaps, but not right now. Francisca, I never expected you to end up taking over the prosecution for this case. The bodyguard of the president of Zhengfa, Horace Knightley, was murdered. The defendant is the former warden of the prison, Patricia Rowland. The knife she used as the murder weapon had been prepared as evidence. However, the murder weapon has disappeared without a trace. Not only did he abandon his old case, but he also made me look like a fool in court. That's my job! Ow! The next time I see that foolish fool of a prosecutor, I'll whip some backbone into him. I don't mind if you whip some backbone into him, but stop whipping innocent bystanders. But that's all she knows. If only there was someone who could go search for the evidence for us. Yeah, you said that already. Very well, I'll go look for them. Oh, Miles! You do that for us? Of course. Finding the evidence within 15 minutes will be of no easy task. Well, if worst comes to worst, Uncle Ray and Franny Pie will help you stall for time. Come on, Francisca. Everybody in this room knows you're cool. Until you recover the evidence, we won't let her hand down a verdict. Please do so. Francisca, are you okay with this? You're asking me, Francisca von Karma, to help you out? You'd be better off spending the rest of your life as an anchorman from the local news. What is with your thing with anchorman today? Miss von Karma, this is an emergency. We could really use your cooperation. I understand. As acting prosecutor, I, along with that attorney over there, shall continue this trial. Meanwhile, you, the former prosecutor, shall run around and look for the evidence. All for my sake. It's a job that suits you perfectly. Yes, yes, whatever you have to say to make it sound like it makes sense to you. I'm glad that you're on board. I'll help out too, because I really don't want to get arrested again. It sounds like fun. Regina wants to tag along too. All right, that would be helpful. Now then, would bringing these two really be helpful? Don't get me wrong, I like them, but would it be used? I don't know. Where should we begin? I think we should go find that person and hear what they have to say. Who should we talk to in order to learn where the evidence went? The only person that I could possibly think of... Do I even have his profile? I do! We need to figure out where the hell this dude went. He's the one who would know where anything is.
Take that!
Yes, the person in charge of the evidence was Sebastian de Best. Ah, you mean that rookie prosecutor, right? Got it. I'll leave him to you. Off he goes. Alrighty, time for Uncle Ray to have a strategy meeting with the opposing counsel. Just the two of God dare! Miles Edgeworth, you better not keep me waiting, lest you end up like your friend here. You mean whipped? I already have been. Yes, I'll keep that in mind. Franny Pie, wait for me! Oi. Now then, let's go help look for Sebastian as well. Courtney! Are you a murderer? I know you're not, but are you? Ah. Judge Courtney. If it isn't Prosecutor Edgeworth, I hope that all is well. I mean, things could get pretty dang bad, I'm not gonna lie to you. All is not well? Just what was going on in that trial earlier. Okay, there's no need for that. But even though Miss Courtney should know exactly who the culprit is, what made you? In a court of law, the only thing that truly matters is evidence. Whatever my own feelings may be, it should not affect the verdict. So, is this the judge persona of Justine Courtney we're seeing? Cold-blooded and heartless. It's fine if you think of me as such. Even as a judge, she's still this stubborn. Judge Courtney, there's just one thing I'd like to ask you. And what would that be? Are you a murderer? 2 nights ago, you went to the roof of the Grand Tower. The roof, you say? You met with the president there, correct? The 2 of you were caught on the security camera. Is there some sort of problem with that? Today, the president's body was discovered, very close to the Grand Tower. That's... You understand now, don't you? You're a suspect. What happened between you and the president up on the roof? Nothing. We merely spoke for a few minutes. Once our business was done, I headed straight home. I took the elevator back down alone. Indeed. That was shown on the security camera footage as well. What exactly did you and the president talk about? That... I cannot say. I see. However, I cannot afford to let up just yet. That being the case, I guess my only remaining option is to use that. She is definitely hiding something, and I'm going to draw it out of her. Oh boy. It's time for chess! Oh god. 2 nights ago, Judge Courtney met with President Huang. I do not like me odds. It is true that I spoke with President Huang on the roof on the Grand Tower. However, we only discussed business. There's no need to tell you what was said. Just like in the trial earlier, she won't reveal her personal feelings easily. When she's speaking as a judge, it would be better for me to wait and see what develops. So that's how we're gonna have to do this. Alright, I'll try. Oh boy, I'm never confident with these things. Now then, I'll start by asking her what she talked about with the president. Logic chess! Begin. Alright, what did you talk about? Could you tell me what you and the president talked about? I just said no. My meeting with the president was strictly business. And since it has nothing to do with you, I'm not obligated to answer your question. I'm gonna say wait and see on that one. I don't think I'm an acquaintance of the president is gonna get me very far. I appreciate your understanding. Even so, you certainly are a very busy person, aren't you? You're a member of the PIC and a judge as well. You even assist with the investigations. I am simply fulfilling the professional duties that have been assigned to me. Was your meeting with the president also one of the duties assigned to you as a judge? Yes, of course it was. Oh, I am one who lives for the law. I would never act outside my professional duties. Except, yeah, okay, didn't you help me out this morning, though? You literally just did that. That is very clearly not true. This morning, you mentioned Kay's promise notebook to me. I don't believe that all of your actions are simply done for the sake of your duties. I think you've got a heart up in there. Oh, all right, that broke pretty easily. It's true. It seems I still retain some immature qualities. I wouldn't call it immature. It was your own personal kindness. Weren't you also distressed when you found out the president had passed away? Yes. It is very unfortunate. Why did he have to die? It seems he was crushed by the head of a monster called the Mighty Mozilla. That is a weird sentence. Excuse me. You see, Mozilla's... Is that true? You mean the president died at the temporary Mozilla film lot? Yes, that's right. I'm surprised that you know about Mozilla. Yes. I had heard about it from Sebastian. He told me that the movie was being filmed near the Grand Tower. She seems awfully shaken up about that. And I'm also curious about Sebastian, who went missing along with the evidence. She said she wouldn't talk about the president. However, I might be able to get her to reveal her secret through another line of questioning. All right, let's give that a go, sure. She's flustered beyond normal. There must be some reason behind it. Where is the best? I know you don't know, but that's where I'm going with this. Francisca may have taken over the prosecution in Sebastian's place. However, as long as he still possesses some of the evidence, the trial cannot proceed. I intend to carry out a fair trial. And by fair, I mean not that. If the prosecution is unable to present evidence, the defendant must be declared not guilty. You and the defendant are both— oh, no. We're waiting and see on that one. I'm judging you with that one. I am a judge. I am judging the judge. I cannot allow my own personal feelings to get in the way. They're not personal feelings, they're facts. Actual facts. So, you're saying you're not the least bit worried about Sebastian's whereabouts? Of course, I am. I'm worried about Sebastian as well, but— oh, wait, hello, what? Are you worried about anyone else? You're worried about Sebastian as well? Wouldn't that mean that there is someone else you're worried about? I am intrigued. By any chance, would that person have something to do with your unnatural behavior? That's impossible. I am a follower of the law. I will not be swayed by personal feelings. No, I like that one. As a judge, you're only human. Come on! It may be true that those who stand in court have a duty to follow the law. However, we're not superheroes. You and I are only human. It is impossible to completely ignore your own feelings and render an impartial judgment. That's literally not a thing you can do. It is as you say. As I am now, I cannot hand down an impartial verdict. Judge Courtney, why don't you tell me the truth? Whoa. Just what am I supposed to do? That's a new one. For Judge Courtney to become this distraught, what the hell is going on? I should find out exactly who she is searching for. Up until now, she has been wearing the mask of a judge. This time, I should be able to draw out her true feelings. Who are you searching for? Are you searching for DeBest? Are you searching for Mozilla? I don't think she's looking for DeBest. So let's go with, who are you searching for? Judge Courtney, tell me, who are you searching for? My lips are sealed. That is not something I can talk about right now. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of questioning. Oh, okay. Maybe I should try another line of attack. Well, it's definitely not Mozilla. Is the person you're searching for Sebastian, by any chance? When Sebastian learned of his father's true colors, he went into hiding of his own free will. I am worried about him, but this may be a trial he needs to overcome on his own. I suppose. How heartless of you. It's not much of a trial. No, we're going to wait and see. I don't like either of those. Since he went into hiding of his own accord, he could return whenever he wanted to. Could it be the person you're searching for is unable to return under their own power? In regards to that, my lips are sealed. I am unable to talk about it right now. When I think about what might happen to that child if I talked... Hang on, whoa, hang on. Who is that child? It could be Sebastian, but I'm gonna say no. That child. Could you tell me who you were referring to? It's nothing. Please pay it no mind. Judge Courtney's expression has changed. Seems I've managed to uncover a clue. All right, who are you searching for? Judge Courtney, tell me, who are you searching for? My lips are sealed. That's not something I can talk about right now. Let me try using that clue. All right. Could it be that missing child? Could it be you're searching for that child who has gone missing? Yeah. Since you said it was a child, I presume they're of a young age, correct? I simply cannot answer any questions about him. That boy has nothing to do with you or the president's assassination. I don't have enough clues to proceed with this line of— what? Oh, okay. Are you searching for Mozilla? That's a weird thing to ask. Are you searching for the mighty Mozilla? This is a weird thing. What? I don't have the time to play along with your jokes right now. It's not a joke. Just a moment ago, you were surprised to learn that the president had been crushed by Mozilla, correct? I was simply surprised by the president's cause of death. It is very weird, we have to give her that much. To think that he passed away at the temporary film lot, of all places. I see, what's wrong with where he died exactly? From the way you're talking, it seems you have a problem with where he died. Maybe that worked? That's not true, it's just... For the president to have passed away at a film lot, a place where dreams are made, I just thought it would be better if the movie's cast and crew remained unaware of the truth. So it won't affect the box. I mean, I don't have a lot of time. I just gotta go. I'm very sorry to say this. However, the movie's cast and crew are already aware of the president's death. I encountered a female staff member and John Marsh at the crime scene. And I also just mentioned a child. No! How could it have come to this? She seems to react strongly when it comes to the staff of the Mozilla film. Courtney, do you know? Hang on. Do you know this John Marsh? Judge Courtney, tell me who, I was gonna say if they were related or something, but they don't have the same last name, so. Yeah, your lips are sealed, huh? All right, well, could it be that missing child? Horsey, go! Are you searching for the child who has gone missing? Since you said it was a child, I presume they're of a young age, correct? I simply cannot answer any questions about him. That boy has nothing to do with you or the president's assassination. Except we clearly know that to be the case now. Is he involved in the Mozilla movie? Earlier, when Mozilla was brought up, it seemed to be a sensitive topic for you. Is that child you spoke of involved with the Mozilla movie? Oh, that's a yes. Ah! How? How do you know that? You're usually so calm, yet you seem rather distraught right now. What up with that? Please tell me, who is that child? I understand. If you've come to know this much, I shall prepare myself for the worst. The child I'm searching for is a boy by the name of John Marsh. John? Why do you want to know his whereabouts? Well, that much I simply cannot say. Hi. Judge Courtney, didn't you say you were prepared for the worst? I lied! Even if you don't intend to talk, I am determined to expose the truth. That's not going to stop. That is my resolve. Oh, thank you, I got my time back. All right. Why is she searching for John? I must get her to tell me the reason. All right, are you acquainted with him? Where is he right now? I mean, I suppose this is possible. Let's go with this. Could it be that you're a fan of John Marsh? Yes. That's right. I am a fan of John Marsh, the famous child actor who has been called a prodigy. That is interesting. I don't think he's a prodigy. That's an unexpected interest. Let's see what you're talking about. I knew his movie was being filmed in front of the Grand Tower, so the temporary film lot had been on my mind. I see. I suppose a fan would be curious about that. Did you know that John was at the temporary film lot? Yes, of course I did. He said they would be filming there all day today, and yet... hang on! Did you hear that from him? Your sentence made it sound that way. It almost sounded as if John himself told you personally. What up with that? I doubt he would give his schedule to a mere fan. That's true, isn't it? Please don't pay any mind to that statement. She made another slip of the tongue. She must be really worried about John. So, she has spoken with John. This could be a useful clue. All right, then. All right, now I know. Are you acquainted with him? There we go. That's a great... Now I can definitely make progress with that. Are you acquainted with John by any chance? He is a famous movie star. I thought this was his first movie. I doubt there is anyone who doesn't know who he is. I actually hadn't heard of him until I met with him today. That just proves you have much to learn. Oh, allow me to give you a lesson in bludgeoning. I know everything about him. I'm gonna go with wait and see on that one. My apologies. I seem to have lost my composure. Yeah, you seem to do that a lot lately. You tend to lose your calm whenever the conversation turns to John, don't you? In any case, while I may know everything about John, it is a one-sided relationship. Let me try using that clue. You must have spoken to him. We already got that all figured out. I hit you with a rook. I understand you're worried about him, but aren't you a bit too flustered? You told me earlier that you had spoken with John. Doesn't that prove that you are indeed acquainted with him? Still not broken. Ah! How could I have committed such an indiscretion? It appears that John and Judge Courtney are acquaintances. This could be a vital clue. Oh, well, I mean, okay. Actually, we're searching for John as well. Would you happen to have any idea where he might be? Why would you think that I would know where he is? John and I, there is no connection between us. Let me try using that clue, y'all. You two must be acquainted. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with John, but at the very least, the two of you must be acquaintances. This is a very weird way of seeing Judge Courtney. I'm not gonna lie to you. She's always so composed. Judge Courtney, won't you allow us to help you in your search for him? Help? No, that won't be allowed. Why won't it? Who won't allow it? The so-called goddess of law? The person who knows where that child is. Kidnapper? Are you being kidnapped into... Wait. Are you saying that you're being blackmailed into giving the oh my god. See? Finally, I've connected all the pieces of the puzzle. The reason why you cannot easily talk about John, it was because someone kidnapped him, isn't that right? Judge Courtney, I would like to hear the truth from your own lips. I understand. This time, I will truly be prepared for the worst. It is just as you deduced. Someone has kidnapped John. As I thought, there was a kidnapping. Still, how is John's kidnapping related to you in any way? John and I are... mother and child! Okay! But, what? I was unable to learn much about the conversation she had with the president, but I have learned of John's kidnapping, which is also something of note. It was an unexpected result, but with that, it's checkmate. God damn! Holy hell with all that business, my God! Why do you have different last names? What? John is Miss Courtney's son? No way, I mean, he's already so big for him to be your... Actually, you know what? Hang on. That's actually a very good point. Hang on a second. How old are you? 26, and he is 13. Okay, yeah, no. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and hope that that is in fact not biologically your son. Hello. Yes, John is indeed my son. Please look at this. You had a kid at 13? This is a clipping from a magazine. It's an article about John. Do you always carry this around with you? Yes, I always keep it close by. It's like a charm to me. Seems the bond that they share is a strong one. However, are you absolutely certain that he's been kidnapped? I mean, I talked to him not that long ago. Yes, I received a call from the kidnapper just before the trial started. What were their demands? They had only one demand. A not guilty verdict for Patricia Rowland. I see. So that's what happened. That is a perfectly understandable reason, at least. Since there's no evidence, that would make me innocent. Isn't that right, Your Honor? That is correct. The prosecution has not produced sufficient evidence to prove the defendant guilty. Alright, so that's a problem. As such, I hereby find the defendant Patricia Rowland no. So that's why you were going to deliver a not guilty verdict earlier. I am not qualified to be a judge. A judge must be able to remain impartial and composed above all else. And yet, Despite this, in the trial just now, I was about to hand down a verdict that was led solely by my heart. Judge Courtney, the goddess of law must be furious with me, but I simply couldn't do it. I couldn't hand down a fair verdict if it meant I had to sacrifice my own son. Of course you can't! Okay. A real parent would never abandon their own child. If that makes the goddess of law angry, then maybe the goddess is the one who's wrong. The goddess is guilty! Guilty! Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. To declare a goddess guilty? Mad baller K. We're responsible for upholding the law, but at the same time, we are only human. Nobody would hand down a verdict that would sacrifice their own child, unless they were a grade A scumbag. I mean, I know of at least one dude who might. Thank you very much, Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edgeworth. However, I cannot simply run away from the courtroom. Judge Courtney! So this is where you've been. It appears it's time. Miss Courtney! My father, he was a prosecutor. Your father? Yes. He stood in court just like you. And now, with all that has happened, it got me thinking. What if my father had been in the same position as you are now? If a prosecutor was being coerced into obtaining a guilty verdict, I know. If my life were on the line, my father would definitely come to steal me back. Steal you back? Miss Courtney, why don't you let us take care of it? What? I'm gonna go steal John back for you. As a second Yadagata-su, I care if Kay Faraday give you my words. So, the great thief Yadagata-su plans to steal the truth, huh? What say you, Judge Courtney? Will you place your trust in our young great thief? Who, for all intents and purposes, is pretty much just Edgeworth's daughter at this point? Prosecutor Edgeworth. And if it's all right with you, I wish to help as well. Thank you very much. I know that it's really not my place to ask this of you, but please, do whatever you can. Please save John. You got it! Just leave everything to us. Allow me to leave my cell phone with you. You may get a call from the kidnapper at some point. Aw, you have a Mozilla keychain. That's cute. You really support the ever-loving hell out of your kid. That's really adorable. You have my word. I will ensure the safe return of your phone along with your son. And I'll do everything in my power to prolong the trial. All right, so we've got the defense attorney, the prosecution, and the judge all willing to prolong a trial. I feel like they're gonna be able to stretch that out quite a bit. Especially considering how freakishly talented all three are involved are. But even then, at most, the trial can only last for about 2 more hours. 2 hours, huh? So until 2 p.m., that's our time frame. I must return to court. Miss Faraday, Prosecutor Edgeworth, I shall leave the rest to you. We got this! Don't you worry! Okay, I thought you were taking a break from being the great thief. As of right now, the great thief Yadagata-su is back in business. All right, time to put on the gloves and hit the pavement. It's my first request, after all. Is that so? In that case, we'd better begin our investigation post-haste. I love their dynamic. If we hope to track down John... Where'd he run off to? I guess so. Wow, in that short time, he got yoinked? Damn! Oh man, I do not like the idea of how incredibly competent this kidnapper may or may not actually end up being. That's a problem. He might have gone back home. That's right, I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to get any filming done today. Or he may have run away. We should probably begin our investigation from the front of the Grand Tower. Hey, hold it, Mr. Edgeworth. You're not the one in charge anymore. From here on out, this is a job for a great thief, which means I'm the leader now. If that's the case, then what am I supposed to do? Mr. Edgeworth, you get to be the first ever great thief's assistant. So I'm a thief's assistant now. Oh, Lord. All right, let's get going. The great thief Yadagata-su takes flight once again. Oh, she's happy as heck. Edgeworth is very tired, but he will help regardless. Adorable.